towards center field. Lagares going back. Still going back. Reaches up.
And there it is. Good goal, man.
The first walk-off victory of the year for the Phillies. Roman Quinn scores on the base hit by Jay Bruce. And the Phillies win it 5-4. Bamboo for everybody. What a night last night was, and now what a day today is. It's Aaron Nola Day here at Citizens Bank Park on a warm afternoon. The Phillies are looking to close out the Mets in a series sweep. They've won the first three. Can they do it one more time? Hi, everybody. I'm Tom McCarthy along with Ben Davis. Last night was awesome. The Phillies down 4-0 at one point, and they get their first walk-off victory of the season. And there were some key moments in that game that led to the victory.
Absolutely right. And what do good teams do? They take advantage of the opposing team's mistakes. Exactly what they were able to do last night. Tomas Nido not able to block this ball. Scott Kinger reaches first base. And then you got Gene Segura, who's been so hot, homered earlier in the ball game. This is a good approach right here. Staying within himself, lining that ball to right center, and plating 2 runs. That's just a big knock for Gene Segura. You can see how fired up he is. And then Rhys Hoskins to lead off the 10th inning, the bottom of the 10th inning. This is a great at-bat. He lays off some really, really close pitches, has to go down in the count and actually foul one off because of a pitch that was called earlier in that at-bat. There you see it, able to foul off a breaking ball, and then ultimately able to work a walk. And we know that nothing ever good happens from a leadoff walk. Rhys Hoskins able to draw that walk. And then JT Realmuto with a single, and then Jay Bruce with a big blast to center field, stays within himself, gets it over Lagares' head, and Roman Quinn scores from second base. It's just a great W for the Fightin' Phils, and all 3 of these victories that have come in this series have come while trailing. It's nice to see this ball club come back and win a ball game.
Yeah, last night was one of those that you felt might happen, particularly when the Mets took out their starting pitcher in the 7th inning, and that led to the Phillies tying the game up with that Segura base hit. But then, in the 10th inning, you knew it was going to happen. Zach Wheeler on the mound for the Mets today, 17th start. Aaron Nola, the 17th start for the Phillies. Lineups and first pitch when we get back to Citizens Bank Park. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Toyota. Dear driver, hurry in and save. Toyota, let's go places. By Xfinity, the fastest internet in Philadelphia. By Citizens Bank, official bank of the Phils. Visit citizensbank.com. And by Independence Blue Cross. Live fearless. Learn more at IBX.com. With all the speed, coverage, and control you need with Xfinity XFi. This is beyond Wi-Fi. This is XFi. As Aaron Nola takes the mound in the throwbacks, the Baby Blues on Throwback Thursday. Here's a look at the Mets lineup brought to you by Xfinity, the fastest internet in Philadelphia. Jeff McNeil leads it off at second base, then Pete Alonso. Michael Conforto hits third, followed by Todd Frazier and Dominic Smith. Wilson Ramos hits sixth. At the bottom third are Rosario, Lagares, and Wheeler. And they'll face Aaron Nola. Nola, 6-2, ERA 4.55. Gosh, you hope that his last outing is an indication that he has found some things from last year to work on.
Absolutely right. His curveball was so good in that last start. He was throwing it slower, as you alluded to. Overall, really good numbers against the Mets. 6-1 with a 3.90 ERA. Established the fastball, mixed in some off speed. But that curveball, like you said, very good when he's throwing it slower.
Yeah, in fact, he recognized that too. Went back and looked at some film and saw that it was in the 70s and not the low 80s. Well, the last 7 years, the Mets have won the season series over the Phillies. Right now, though, the Phils have a 6-3 edge over the Mets, and part of it is the Phillies bullpen's been excellent. The Mets bullpen, which has been horrific here in June, has been terrible all season.
A lot of balls leaving the yard against the bullpen. You got to start with this man right here.
He's getting booed, Ben. People are recognizing. Jeff McNeil is second in the league at hitting. He has 130 career Major League Baseball games and 50 multi-hit games during that time. That's incredible. Hitting .351 this year. The first pitch of the afternoon. Starts him off with a changeup. This is what he did last night.
Backdoor breaking ball just kind of hangs there. Goes out to left center. He is talented.
Yeah, Nick gave up a couple home runs on his curveball yesterday. Down the left field line. That'll slice out of play. It's 0-2. McNeil is 7 for 14 in this series with 3 runs batted in. Strikeout rate once every 9.6 plate appearances, which is not a lot. Maikel Franco is on that list too.
Not when you're getting this many at bats, being in that leadoff spot.
Swing and a miss. Well, we must have reached 9.6.
Right on cue.
1 out here in the first. That was a good fastball from Nola.
He climbs the ladder here at 95. A good rise of that fastball. I know you can't make a ball rise, but that sure looked like it was going up.
Pete Alonso now the hitter. He's hit in 13 of his last 15 games. And a curveball, 0-1. You got a theory as to why 78 on a curveball is so much better than 81, 82 for Nola?
I think when you throw it a little bit harder, you're throwing it through the break.
I think not getting as much depth.
When you throw it slower, you're giving it more time to break.
Fastball runs in, 1-1. For the year, he throws the curve 35% of the time. It is his go-to pitch, particularly against right-handers. But really, it's against righties and lefties. On the outside corner, 1-2.
All day long right there.
Yeah, that's not even just getting the call by the home plate umpire. That's a strike.
Yep.
Ryan Blakeney behind the plate. And the 1-2 pitch. Curveball and a call. Strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Nola. 2 outs.
Yeah, this one kind of backs up on him a little bit, but still. See how he holds that breaking ball? Just freezes Alonso. That is something.
It's a great shot. Here's Conforto. And he takes a breaking ball for strike 1. Conforto, 255 with 16 home runs. He does have Nola in his book. In 24 plate appearances, he has 4 hits. That one just a bit low. So change up.
He started off the first 3 batters of this game with off speed. Change up, curveball, curveball.
With all the home runs the Mets have hit in this series, and the Phillies have had their share, but that they've hit, you might as well. Two balls and 1 strike. Aaron has thrown 1 game against the Mets this year. It didn't go well, but overall he's 6-1 with an ERA of 3.90. swing and a miss. He just struck out the side. 2 swinging, 1 looking. And a 1-2-3 first inning, 12 pitches for Nola. It was so good, we want to see all 3 as a finished product. The first one was McNeil. He's a hard guy to strike out once every 9.6 plate appearances. Well, there's number 1.
Climbs a ladder. That throws a breaking ball.
Well, back here at Philadelphia, Scott Kingery leads it off. Facing Zach Wheeler. Hard-throwing right-hander. And a base hit to right field. 5th hit of the series for Scott. That's a nice way to start today after going hitless yesterday, but having a huge at-bat on a strikeout.
Absolutely. I wouldn't want to wait around and see what Zach Wheeler wants to offer with 2 strikes. Can't blame Scott here.
That ends in 0 for 8 for Scotty.
Nice short swing. Use the whole diamond. Take a look at PitchCast, brought to you by P.J. Wheelahands. Wheeler said, come on, man.
Well, now Segura 1 for 6 lifetime against Wheeler. Inside. Segura with 9 homers and 35 runs batted in. 2 of those home runs have come on this homestand. He had 10 homers last year, 144 games. So he's 1 away from matching that total. 1 ball, 1 strike. You wonder if the Mets decide to trade Wheeler, what they'd get. He is a former first-round pick who they got from the Giants for Beltran. He's a free agent after this year.
He has been injury-plagued, but when he's right, he's as good as anybody.
Off the hands, out towards second, spitting. McNeil hesitates for a moment. They get 1, but that's it. Segura hustling up the line. And the fielder's choice. And here comes Harper. Harper 2 for 11 in this series. He is hitless in his last 8 plate appearances. Harper hits it foul, and it's 0-1. Wheeler 6-5, an ERA of 4.69. Coming off a pretty good outing his last time out against Chicago. He went 7 innings, 5 hits and 1 run, struck out 5. Bouncer to first, Alonso to second for 1. Wheeler at first and in time to get Bryce. 3-6-1 on the double play. And the side is retired. No, the Phillies have asked them to hold it. I don't think that Bryce beat it. Well, they're going to have him look at it. Maybe he did. Wow. Wow, that's great hustle. Oh, yeah, he did beat it.
He did beat it. Where's the whiteout? That's something.
Well, that's why it doesn't hurt to run.
Well, Bryce didn't make the reaction like he thought he was safe.
This should be a quick one. Will Little's the first base umpire. Mets are already venturing back onto the field. Joe West is the crew chief to the right. He'll make the call. here we go. The inning is alive. Here's the rest of the Phillies lineup, brought to you by Xfinity, the fastest internet in Philadelphia. So Hoskins is coming up now, then Jay Bruce and Cesar Hernandez. Cesar, a 9-game hitting streak. During that time, he has picked up one multi-hit game after another. In fact, he has 25 now on the year. Well, let's see if the Phillies can pay this off. Down and away, 1 ball, no strikes. Reese at 266 with 18 home runs, 52 runs batted in. He's been getting some long balls recently against the Mets and overall. One ball, 1 strike.
They have made a concerted effort to tie him up inside hard at the belt. Sometimes they've gotten it there, sometimes they haven't. That was a good pitch there by Wheeler. See, Reese choking up on his bat today. He very rarely does that.
One ball, 2 strikes. Time now for our Nissan upgrade. Upgrade to the technology of tomorrow today. Most home runs versus the Mets was 11 back in 07. Phillies have 9 at this point. Swing and a miss. Runner goes, doesn't matter. And Hoskins strikes out, and the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left. On to the second. Stand Up to Cancer at Citizens Bank Park Wednesday, July 17th, where the Dodgers are here. A Star Wars Jedi Jake Arrieta bobble figurine being given out if you purchase a theme night ticket. Go to Phillies.com/theme nights to make that purchase. Top of the second. Let's hope the top of the second is as electric as the top of the first was for Nola. Starts Todd Frazier off with a strike, 0-1.
Yeah, Aaron didn't let anybody else play in the top of the first.
It's fine.
Fine by me.
Ball, 1-2. His last 38 home starts, Aaron is 21-6. That includes his last outing against the Marlins when he went 8 innings. He allowed 1 earned run, struck out 10. It was only the second time this year that he had a game of 10 strikeouts or more. 1-2 pitch. Curve ball hit out to center, not deep. And Kingery is in. And 1 out for Dominic Smith. Got a bamboo sighting, Ben. What does 1 bamboo mean?
I don't know what one. Scott had a whole list of what the different bamboos mean.
Depending on the number you have, the number of stalks you have is...
I know 4 is not a good one.
No.
You can't give 4 to anybody.
No, well, you can if you don't like that person.
If you don't like that person.
Dominic Smith takes inside, 1-0. Runs outside, 2-0.
2 stalks represent love.
That guy wasn't looking for love. That was only 1 stalk.
3 stalks represent happiness, wealth, and long life, and so on and so forth. 10 stalks represent perfection.
What does 1 stalk represent?
Doesn't say.
3-0 pitch to Smith. And that's a strike, 3-1.
I think 1 stalk is just the lead to an overgrown yard.
Got to start somewhere, Ben.
I guess.
Change up, pull toward the right side on 1 hop. Cesar has it.
Good pitch.
2 outs.
Dominic Smith as hot as anybody right now and gets into a good hitter's count, just not looking for that changeup. Who would be? Think you're going to get challenged early on in a ball game? 0-0 score.
Here's Wilson Ramos. Did not play last night.
Such a good spot.
Yeah, right down there on the outside part. 0-1. Ben, there's Phil Sheridan, Phillies clubhouse manager. Today is Phil's mom, Ann's birthday. And we want to wish Ann a very happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
She has 10 grandchildren, and I'm sure they keep her busy if that guy doesn't and his brothers don't. But I know they do. But happy birthday, Ann. Phil wanted to make sure that we pass that along to you. Hope you're enjoying your day wherever it is you are spending it. But we're thinking about you. And so is the big guy.
That's right.
1 ball and 1 strike to Wilson Ramos. 2-1. Phil's got to get Ann some bamboo. Curveball that drops in. 2-2. He's using every pitch here today.
Sure is. He's throwing them all for strikes.
Check swing. He did not go, says Will Little. 3-2.
Talking with Phil today down in the clubhouse, Murph and I were. He said that on a day like today, Aaron Nola will go through 2 to 3 jerseys.
Oh, really?
Throughout the course of the game. And a ton of undershirts.
It's a hot day. Change up, cut on and missed. 4 strikeouts for Nola through the first 2 innings. Well, he's got everything working so far. 6 up, 6 down for the offer from Giant Food Stores, official grocery store of the Phillies. Bottom half of the 2nd inning. Ben, did you have tacos today, or did you go with a Shake Shack burger with that bread?
I went with a Shake Shack burger.
Yeah.
And some strawberries with some granola on top and 2 cartons of milk.
The granola on top of the burger?
No. They are good burgers, though. He's the hero from last night.
Yeah, Jay Bruce. 7 home runs, 20 RBIs as a member of the Phillies. And he pulls it foul. When you think about that, he's been here for 19 games and he has 20 RBIs. At our Toyota Turning Point.
He gets that center cut fastball from Nagasic. Right over Lagarza's head, and Roman Quinn scores easily. He was genuinely fired up. That was your Toyota turning point last night. I mean, he was ecstatic. As well he should be.
Foul back, and it's 1-2. He provided us with our Geico quote of the day after the game. I want to be the guy up at the plate with a chance to end it. The biggest message I talk to myself every single at-bat in a situation like that is to just do less. Try to do less. Try not to force it. All the cliches start taking it pitch by pitch. Inside 3-2. This is Jay after the game telling Cap, I told you, because Gabe was talking about having him sit last night because of the lefty Vargas, because there might be times where he would have him sit against lefties, get Roman Quinn in. Broken back ground ball to first, and Alonso will take care of it. I think it's funny that it was still on his mind 12 hours later.
Yep.
Because they had talked earlier in the day.
Well, he had a double his first at bat, and actually it was the last batter that Vargas faced was Jay Bruce. He hit that towering fly ball right to the center field wall. Conforto caught it right at the wall, and that was the last batter that he faced.
The inside corner to Cesar. Cesar Hernandez has been one of the hottest hitters in this Phillies lineup. We said he has 25 multi-hit games, which now leads the ball club. Off the hands, caught by Rosario.
He's got tremendous numbers against Wheeler.
He had 9 for 19 against him.
474 club with a homer coming into today's ball game. He sees him well.
Michael Franco. Michael 5 for 11 in this series so far.
That may be a pitch that Michael probably wished he would have just given Wheeler until he gets the 2 strikes. He just can't cover both sides of the plate against this guy.
You saying that because of his fastball?
Yeah, and the fact that he throws that slider, we saw that first pitch slider to Michael at 93, and it was a legitimate slider. It wasn't a cutter. Not a ton of effort there either, huh?
No. Zach Wheeler is 29 years old. drafted out of high school by the Giants. 6th overall pick in 2009. Last year he won 12 games and an ERA of 3.31, 39 wins overall.
Good AB here by Michael. Now win the battle. Get down in the count 0-2 against Wheeler. Battle back to full count.
Popped up. Frazier at third. And he makes the catch. Side is retired. The Phillies family. It was announced earlier today that Bryson Stott, the Phillies' first-round pick this year's amateur draft, was signed, and his press conference took place at noon today. Johnny Amaraz, the Phillies scouting director, Brian Minetti, one of the Phil's assistant GMs, part of the press conference, and Bryson joins us. I would have to think that it's I don't want to say it's a dream come true, but it's the continuation of this dream of being a professional ball player.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you dream of that day your name gets called on draft day, and then your next dream is signing that first pro contract, and then your next dream is going to play. So just to be able to do this and get back playing again is unbelievable.
I guess that's part of it, get back playing again, because your season's been over for a month now.
Yeah, it's been a month and some change, so just to finally get going again is what I'm really looking forward to.
What's the number one thing you're looking forward to getting started in pro ball?
I would just say just the everyday work. And I mean, I love baseball, I love playing, I love being at the field. So being able to do that every day for as long as I personally want during the day, I could stay after, go early. So just to be able to do that is what I'm looking forward to, and I can't wait to start.
All right, so when you got the jersey today, were there any emotions going through your head? Were you thinking about anything up on the podium when you got the jersey for the first time?
It was just surreal and pretty crazy that that part finally came true, and seeing my last name on a professional jersey was a feeling I'll never forget, and I'll cherish this day for a long time.
Well, then you also come to the ballpark, and you're seeing the last day of what is the rivalry in this division, one of the rivalries in this division, in front of a crowd like this and a ballpark like this. I mean, it's got to be, for you, sort of that carrot that dangles out in front of you that you're reaching for.
Absolutely. I mean, this is another dream, is to play in the big leagues. So to get going and start making strides towards that goal is something that I won't stop reaching for, and hopefully one day I'll get to play on this field.
3 balls, 1 strike. Rosario fouls it. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Was there a thought in your mind when you arrived at UNLV that this day would happen, whether it be just being a first-round pick or being drafted overall?
I mean, you go to school and you're there for 3 years pretty much no matter what. So you're really trying to focus on that right there, and then you get the draft and that stuff coming in a few years. So when I stepped on campus, I didn't think there was any way I'd be a first-round draft pick or maybe even hear my name called. So it was kind of just, my freshman year was kind of just, I can't wait to win games with these guys here. And then my sophomore year, it started picking up. So it started bringing to reality. But yeah, I wouldn't say it was right away.
I know the Phillies were ecstatic that you were still there.
Here's Franco around the third base bag, and off the glove of Hoskins. Rosario will keep on going. He's looking over his shoulder, stopping at second. And that'll wind up, it could be a base hit and an E5, depending on whether you thought Rosario would be safe or not on that play.
And Michael charges this baseball, makes a transfer, just hooks it a little bit. He's trying to stay on that bag, and just off the tip of his mitt, Rosario ends up at second. Goes down as an E5.
Go ahead, Ben. Ask that question again.
But I know the Phillies were ecstatic that you were still there. They didn't think you would still be there when their draft selection came. What have you gotten to know about the Phillies and the organization? And I will say, first and foremost, it is a tremendous organization to play for. The way they treat their minor league guys, the big league guys. Have you done some little bit of homework on them?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, their development program is great. I can't wait to get started with those teams and those people, and to really improve my development and how I'm gonna be going forward, and just seeing all the people here on a day game is you just know they're very passionate about their baseball and about their team and their athletes. So just the organization as a whole has been awesome, and can't wait to get started.
Well, I know that people talked about your relationship with Bryce and the fact that you're at UNLV. He grew up in Las Vegas. Did you talk to him at all before the draft or months before the draft while you're working out?
I talked to him in the offseason. I talked to him a couple times during the season, during my season, before he left. And then draft day, he texted me, and we had a FaceTime call after, and we were just both excited. I mean, never in a million years did we think this was possible, and the likeliness that it would happen to another duo like that would ever happen again. So it's pretty unique and pretty awesome that it worked out this way.
Have you been able to? You've worked out with him in the off season from time to time, or?
No, we'll just watch football games on Sunday, and we'll hang out. But never really working out and hitting and stuff like that.
But you could also pick his brain, which I think is a good thing.
Yeah, it's having a resource like that is unbelievable, and any questions that I might have, he's one call away and doesn't ever give me a hard time about it. He just answers it, and he'll give you more. So it's awesome.
How cool would that be, though? I mean, he signed here for 13 years, is Bryce Harper, and realizing that you have a chance to play with. I'm sure he was one of your idols growing up.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he burst onto the national stage when he was 12, 13, 14, and making that decision to go to CSN before he was done with high school. So to see how much attention he brought to Las Vegas as a whole and himself it was awesome to see. And I mean, every kid in Las Vegas was wearing the eye black down to their chin and stuff. So just seeing the impact that he made on that community and stuff like that is very cool.
Bryson, what are some of the things that you have done the last year that have put you in this position? Is there certain things you recognize, all right, I have to get better at this, I have to get better at that, if I want to take the next step, whether it be win a conference championship, win a batting title, or at least get drafted too?
You always want to win those games, but I think my biggest part in my process was getting more physical. I mean, in high school I was 5'2" my freshman year, and I left high school at 6'1", but just getting that more physical aspect and getting in the weight room a lot was really what helped me the last 3 years, and that college aspect and the people and resources they have there were very helpful.
What was it like playing in Vegas? I mean, I know you grew up there, so what was it like playing there?
It was awesome. It was something I cherished a lot, and putting on your home university's jersey every day was an unforgettable experience, and the people there, the city around you, and all your family and friends that are in the stands every night was awesome.
All right, so what's next after this?
I go to Clearwater tomorrow and get back in the swing of things and seeing some live pitching and stuff like that, and then I'm not sure which team I'm headed to, but Clearwater tomorrow.
I'm telling you, I don't know if you've ever been there before, but it is as good as it gets as far as complexes go. It's beautiful.
That's what I've heard, and the pictures I've seen it looks unbelievable.
It really is. I mean, we're biased because we're down there every spring. You're going to be there in the heat of the summer, but the people are great. But the complex itself is it's phenomenal.
Yeah, you were 1-0 down there. The minor leagues have come a long way since I was back in the minor leagues, but the complex, like you said, Tom, it is phenomenal. It is. They really take care of the players, and they treat them like big leaguers for the most part.
All right, now shortstop in college, is that where you anticipate being as you move forward?
I think I could stay there. I mean, if I need a move to further along my career and stuff like that, and move quicker as quick as I can, that's something I'm open to. Is whatever the team needs, whatever the Phillies team is the perfect fit for me is what I'm going to do.
So you've been shortstop your entire career?
Since my sophomore year in high school. Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think your best asset is?
I'd say the hitting side, the whole offensive side of the game. I mean, I love hitting just like every person loves to do. Running the bases is so much fun to me. So just being able to do that and in that part of the game is probably my favorite.
Well, you have that trophy that reads, it's Ben's favorite player, just say it's his favorite teammate of all time, Tony Gwynn. You've got the Tony Gwynn trophy. for the Conference Player of the Year. That conference, I mean, you guys can hit in that conference. I mean, that promotes the offense.
Yeah, it's you're never comfortable. You could be up 8-4 in the bottom of the ninth, and it's like, oh boy, we gotta get this first out to get to the second out to get to the third out. You're never holding any pitchers back. You're really trying to get those 3 outs as fast as possible because anything can happen in that conference just with the bats and the caliber of hitters that come through there.
The ball's in 1 strike to McNeil as Nola peeks back at second. Inside, 1-1. I know you're close with Bryce. Is there anybody else that you kind of like in your game too that you've admired from a distance?
I got a lot of Brandon Crawford comparisons, so I mean I would start watching his highlights and some of his games that were on TV, being kind of close to San Francisco. They would stream some of those games on TV. So just kind of watching those guys and how they go about their business has been fun.
Well, I mean, if you could walk away with a few Gold Gloves like him, that's pretty darn good.
Absolutely.
Swing at a tapper foul, 1-2. How much has your defense improved since you got to college?
Tremendously. In high school, I was pretty much sure-handed for the most part. My range wasn't. I mean, they called it a hula hoop. I would stay in my hula hoop. So just to gain that range and make those plays up the middle and to my right were something I focused on going into college and just getting faster and stronger in that aspect. I mean, I get to a lot more balls that I never thought I'd get to.
That's great.
In high school. So just that part improved a lot.
Well, 1-2 to Jeff McNeil here in the third with a runner at second base. Nola's already struck out 6. Check swing. Did he go? No. And they'll put runners on first and third. I don't know if it hit him or not. Rosario
hit his shoe.
Oh, it did hit his shoe? It sounded like it hit something, but the home plate umpire didn't see the signal.
I thought he swung. Eric Cooper said he does not swing. But he see right off
did hit him.
His front foot there. That was close.
Yeah, right off the side. Well, that brings Pete Alonso up. Alonso went down looking on strikes his first time up.
Now, I will say, Bryson, you got a great flow up top. That's solid style up there. Has Bryce Harper given you any style tips with this, as long as the salad up top goes?
Oh, no.
Because he's got great flow out there.
His hair is great, but no, he doesn't give me any. I think I'm going to take the trophy from him on this one, though.
I can give you some advice if you want. Maybe later in life I can give you some advice.
Yeah.
Breaking ball, I hope not, but 1 ball and no strikes to Alonso. When you come out here and watch this in person on this kind of day, I mean, do you look at Nola and Wheeler and think, wow, I can't wait for that opportunity one day?
Yeah, I mean, you see these, finally see it in person, and it's a lot faster. They're a lot bigger in person than you see on TV. So just to hopefully have this opportunity one day is awesome.
Did you get a chance to go down to the clubhouse at all and see everybody?
Yeah, I went this morning when they were kind of strolling in. So I saw a few of them, not all of them, but yeah, I was down there.
Who'd you get a chance to meet? Anybody that stands out?
I saw Bryce, Hoskins, Franco, and then Kingery.
Okay.
Arrieta as well.
Okay. Did you get a look at the bamboo?
Yep. Yeah, I was in there.
It's become a topic over the last couple of days.
Yeah, everyone's been asking me around town since
really?
I've been here. Yep.
It's a beautiful ballpark, though, isn't it?
Oh man,
it's something.
You see it on TV and Twitter, but it doesn't do it justice.
It does not do it justice. I mean, this is a beautiful day. You know, kind of look out at the in center field, Ashburn Alley. It's kind of like the boardwalk down at the Jersey Shore. But at night, this place is just phenomenal. The way the backdrop is in the city and everything. What do you think of the city? Have you walked around at all?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, the one-way roads and the skinny roads are throwing me off. I'm not used to those, but
a little different than Vegas.
Yeah, a little different, but
it's a lot of history here. They're old roads.
Absolutely.
Okay, it's a great city, though. You'll enjoy it. Your family's going to enjoy it too. What do they think of all this that's going on? They're excited?
Yeah, they're very excited, and they've been with me the whole way. So
here's the 1-2 to Alonso. He leaves off, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, he's got that curveball working today. What do you think of the curveball?
Nola's he's great. I mean, I watch him. He went to LSU, and I got family in Louisiana, so I've been following him for a while now.
It's pretty impressive the way the control is for it, the way he throws it. Did you watch the final last night, the College World Series final, Vanderbilt and Michigan?
Yeah, we watched a little bit of it.
Two juggernauts out there. Popped up, out to shallow right field. Bryce Harper's under it. Yeah, the inning is over. Well, Bryson, we can't wish you enough luck, really. I mean, thanks for joining us. And
Thank you.
We hope we see you very soon
so much.
Up here in the big leagues. But enjoy the rest of this.
Thank you.
Bryson Stott, our guest up here in the booth, signing today, making it official, and headed on down to Clearwater. Your Delaware Valley Honda dealers. Hurry to your local Del Val Honda dealer or visit DelValHondaDealers.com. And by WB Mason. Who bought WB Mason for fast, free delivery? Nobody does it better. Our thanks to Bryson Stott for joining us up here to booth. Wow, great kid, huh?
He was great. He was great.
It's exciting to see where he goes. I mean, look how fast Alec Boehm has moved.
Mm-hmm.
You get a college guy, a polished college guy like that, you never know.
And coming from the schools and the divisions they played at collegiately,
yeah,
you know, it's an advanced level.
Well, the Mountain West is an offensive conference. I mean, a lot of them are, but it is an offensive conference. Andrew Knapp hitting 164 in the year. He's got 12 walks. And a lot of those walks have come when he's a starter. Foul back.
Oof.
Got some wrestling going on at the yard at shortstop, Ben. That young guy just made that catch. He's very excited. Not a good throw to first. Two balls, two strikes.
Good take.
Knapp, Nola, then the top of the order.
Some smart fans up there, T-Mac.
Backing off of
that one. That was coming in hot. Just played off the wall.
Another one tapped foul.
Nice job just to spoil that one.
Fouled away toward the upper deck. A little more manageable foul ball for the fans. He's got his Frank Kopenbarger hat on.
And protect the scalp.
Ball four.
A great at-bat, Andrew Knapp.
Sure was. Now it gives Nola a chance to move him up to second base. Posted extreme notes make messages stick even in the toughest conditions. Water resistant and able to stick to almost any surface. Posted extreme notes hold up so you can get the job done. Order today from WBMason.com for free shipping and amazingly low prices. Who but WB Mason? I should have Carl read that one.
He goes through a lot of Post-it notes.
Carl, from here on out, you're going to read that drop in on WB Mason. You have to shave, though, because you're going to be on camera. Although John doesn't shave, so you can keep your beard.
Drucker did shave.
That's right,
I wonder if
he
he
did.
grew it back. You'll see him tomorrow.
I think we'll see him in about an hour.
I was going down with you.
I
He's
think
not already
so.
down there?
You know what? I don't know. He was a celebrity in the golf outing the other day in Seaview.
No easy task here. Getting down a bunt against someone that throws as firm as Wheeler. I just think you're doing him a favor by throwing a breaking ball. It's already going down. It's slower, so you more time to react. 96, 97, top of the zone. Good luck getting that bunt down. And get it down soft enough where they're not able to get Knapp at second base.
He butts it toward first. Alonso
Nice.
boots it. And Nola's safe at first. Error number 6 for Alonso. Sacrifice E3.
Tremendous job here by Aaron Nola. It was that fastball at the top of the zone, and he just really barrel above hands. Well done, Aaron Nola. And it does soften it enough, and Alonso just picks his head up before he actually catches the ball. Good hustle by Nola to beat that one out as well.
Was he thinking about second base? Is that
Yes.
why? Now Kingery with runners on first and second. Tied up, and it's 0-1. Scott singled in his first at-bat. National League leaders in errors, the Mets at 60. Cubs with 56. They haven't improved from last year in that category. Phillies have. They were at the top of that list last year with the Cardinals. Phillies have worked hard to improve their defense.
Yeah.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Kingery. Inside 2-2.
Chasing him in there.
Knapp at second base, Nola at first. Fouled off to the right side.
Good plate coverage there by Scott. And you get chased in. And then he goes back out away. You still, in the back of your mind, think he's got to come in here again. He goes outside and still get enough to just foul it off and live to see another pitch.
96 and strikeout number 2 for Wheeler. And it brings Gene Segura to the plate. Segura hit it to a fielder's choice in his first at-bat. Let's check in with Greg Murphy.
All right, thank you very much, Tom. Well, for the first 50 games of this season, Gene Segura batted in the 2-hole for the Phillies, 49 of those games. But then after Andrew McCutchen went down, they had to, by necessity, start moving around the lineup a little bit. We saw him in the leadoff spot. We saw him in the 3-hole and the 5-hole. But in that 2-hole, if you look, 53 games total in that 2-hole, slashing .290, an on-base percentage of .339, .791 OPS. The 17 games out of that 2 spot, significantly less. And when I talked to him after game number 1 of this series, he has 6 hits in this series. When I talked to him after game number 1, he said, look, I just feel comfortable in that 2 spot. It's where I like to be. It's where I believe I'm the most productive. And we've seen that. We've seen that for whatever reason, Ben. I guess you could speak to this. Some guys just feel very comfortable in certain spots in the lineup, and their production proves that.
Yeah, I think he just knows his role. He knows his swing, and I think it is suited for that 2-hole. He's not a guy that's going to hit a ton of home runs, but you leave one up, he'll take you out of the yard.
1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, if you talk to Gabe, I think he'd prefer to have Harper in the 2 spot, just because his philosophy loves Segura in the 2 spot.
Yeah.
But I think he'd prefer to have Harper. But I think this lineup, this sort of semblance with either McCutchen or, in this case, Kingery in the leadoff spot, Segura, Harper, and Hoskins really does benefit the Phillies, with JT normally batting 5th. 1 ball and 1 strike to Segura.
You get some opportunities against Wheeler. You got to take advantage of them. The first and second, nobody out.
Down the right field line, that'll slice toward the corner and out of play. Up. Frazier's looking to see if everybody's running. And they were. Well, the people that should be running. 2 outs. And Bryce Harper's coming up.
Wheeler knows how aggressive Bryce can be early in the bats, trying to make him commit to that first pitch slider.
By the way, we just went back and checked, and Eric Cooper did signal infield fly. It was a very dormant signal.
Very casual.
Yeah, so it didn't really matter what Todd Frazier did there, because the batter's automatically out and the runners advance. Well, it's their responsibility whether they want to advance or not. I glanced over to Joe West when I didn't see Eric Cooper do it, and then I glanced at the home plate umpire. But apparently Eric Cooper did slowly bring it up. 1 ball and no strikes to Harper. 2-0.
See if they challenge Harper here. 2-0 count. I imagine you get a fastball up and away, where a lot of opponents like to pitch Bryce.
Ball's tapped foul, and it's 2-1. Gorgeous here today. Temperature's supposed to get into the 90s today. Bryce okay?
Must have fouled a ball where it shouldn't have gone. I didn't see that initially.
He came back with a slider. Outside, 3-2. The appeal, no swing. 3 balls and 2 strikes. That'll start the runners with 2 outs.
Well, if you did get something into the gap with the runners on the move, I know Noel's at first, but still might have a chance to score. Wheeler and Ramos just cannot get on the same page here with Harper.
Bryce spoils it down the left field line.
Same pitch he just laid off. Phil's making him work this half inning. He pitched number 59 coming up. And we've seen this Mets bullpen the last 3 days. The sooner they can get into it, the better off the Phils are going to be.
A lot of pitches this inning. This is pitch 33. And a foul tip. And Bryce strikes out. And the inning is over. No runs, no hits. There was find your all-new 2019 RAV4 Toyota today. Toyota, let's go places. Let's go Phils. Top of the 4th inning. And Michael Conforto will lead it off. Aaron Nola is making his way out to the mound after being on the bases.
Yeah, the only thing that good that happened that half inning was that Wheeler ended up throwing a ton of pitches. But other than that, you had Aaron Nola had to stand out at first base forever. I'd like to see him get off his feet If he'd gotten a couple runs, it would have been okay.
Well, that gives us a chance to take a look at our minor league report. Citizens Bank, the official bank of the Phils. Visit citizensbank.com. Well, congratulations to Davey Grion and Austin Davis. They have been named to the International League All-Star team. Davey's having a great year, 307, 44 runs batted in. Austin has been solid down in AAA. He's also had a couple cups of coffee up here in the big leagues. El Paso, Texas, where the Chihuahuas play. You ever played in El Paso, Ben?
No.
Oh, really?
Never.
Brad Taylor is their general manager, vice president general manager, buddy of mine. Does an excellent job, always has. If you're down in El Paso, you should look him up.
I'll do that. I never played a minor league game in Texas.
Really? San Antonio?
No. Nope.
Corpus Christi?
Nope. Getting ready for the junior national team, we went down to Tyler, Texas for a week. But never a minor league game.
Waco?
Nope.
Frisco?
Nope.
Conforto struck out his first at bat.
I have eaten old El Paso taco shells, though.
All right, see there. Did you have them today? Oh, no, that's right. Yeah, Shake Shack.
No.
A change up, and it's 1-1 to Conforto. Phillies play Conforto to pull the ball on the infield. Infield is not always the concern with Conforto. It's what he does out toward the outfield. But this time it is. Cesar, nice play. Ranging to his right, one out. And here is Todd Frazier.
That's how this ball stays down. That's why I always work from the ground up. I mean, it's like a billiard table out there. Good play.
Strong arm.
Yeah. He used to be a shortstop coming up.
Frazier 303 in his last 39 games. He flied out to center field in his initial at-bat. He's got some buddies here from Toms River watching him play today. Mitch Powitz, assistant coach at Toms River South, where Todd played his high school ball. He's here today. 2-0. Mitch was a fine outfielder in his day, too, by the way, Ben.
I know from a parental standpoint, watching your son play in the big leagues must be just so exhilarating. I think, but from a coaching standpoint, that's got to feel good. If you're a coach and watch one of your former players be in the big leagues, knowing you must have done something right to help, get him to the next level.
He had a good coach in high school. Ken Frank was the longtime coach at Toms River South. Three balls, one strike to Frazier. Third ball pulled toward third. Gobbled up by Franco. 2 outs. And Dominic Smith is coming up. No TV to watch the Phils? No problem. Stream all of our Phillies games on the My Teams app, presented by your Philadelphia area local Chevy dealers. That's the place to be right there. Get a little shade today. Dominic Smith strolling casually to the plate. 2 quick outs for Nola.
After a very long half inning for Zach Wheeler.
Changeup. Just a bit low. Aaron's 3rd inning was kind of long, which is why he's at 61 pitches with 2 outs here in the 4th. Not as long as Wheeler's. Wheeler threw 33 pitches.
Yeah, they both had 1st and 2nd for quite a while. Love the fact that he doubled up inside there. Smith has killed the Phillies out over the plate in this series. Trying to keep some pitches a little tighter to his body. If you triple up, he's got to be looking back outside. Hard in at the belt, maybe? Or back foot that breaking ball.
Well, they go breaking ball. Swing and a miss. 7 strikeouts for Nola. A curveball has been hopping today. Another 1-2-3 inning, 3rd of the day for Aaron Nola. We move. They better finish that ice cream. That's going to go quickly.
Your hands get all sticky.
Yeah. Here's Rhys Hoskins to lead off the bottom of the 4th. I like how they switched the seats up behind home plate in the Diamond Club. They got the old school logo on them. I hadn't seen that before.
Yeah.
Had you seen that before?
I did. I had asked earlier this season, I said, and it's just down in that one section. They only go up so many.
Right.
So many rows. Think like captain's chairs. You have
Yeah.
one of those on your boat. Oh, wait, you don't have a boat anymore.
Nope. 1-1. If I did, you wouldn't be allowed on it. They look good. I love these uniforms.
Yeah, they are cool.
Hit foul. Check swing, and it's 3-2.
First curveball he's thrown today?
If he's thrown more than one, more than that one, it can't be more than 2. But it's been basically fastball slider.
He threw a couple splits to Bryce Harper.
He's ready to go. Rhys is trying to buy some time. Another one hit foul.
He's living in there to these righties.
That did not get a piece of Andy Rabel.
He's showing off the guns down there.
I think he got a piece of Nick, who's standing next to Andy. Another one. Oh, man, that almost got Robinson Cano. It almost got Charlie behind Robinson Cano. It almost got Andy on the back, on the flip back.
I'll just keep standing here. That'll get you 2 minutes for hooking, Tom.
Woo. Defiant.
Now Cano moves.
Popped up outside of first, and that'll be back into the seats.
Goes back to that fastball in. Splitter.
Throwing everything. Oh boy, Dusty. A lot of hop. Be the 10th pitch of the at-bat. A big deal considering he threw 33 in the last inning. And the way Mickey Callaway uses his bullpen, he may be out soon. Three and two to Hoskins. Inside, ball four.
Wow.
Another good at bat from Reese.
That was a battle.
Well, back-to-back 10-pitch at bats. And here is Jay Bruce to lead off the inning. Knapp had a 10-pitch at bat to lead off the third, and now a 10-pitch at bat from Reese. I don't know if he's going anywhere.
You keep that hole open for Jay Bruce.
Looped, foul territory. Frazier makes the catch. And one out. Bring Cesar Hernandez up. Phillies baseball is always live with MLB At Bat. Follow the action with game tracking and video highlights, along with up-to-the-moment stats, standings, breaking news, and more. Download MLB At Bat today. It's your #1 app for Phillies baseball. Cesar had a little pop-up, little humpback liner out to shortstop in his last at-bat. Bouncer to second base. That might be two. McNeil to second for one. And Cesar is able to beat it. Well, at this rate, that 10-pitch at-bat is not going to be a huge burden for Wheeler.
No. Not a whole lot of urgency from McNeil there at second, huh? On that flip. Kind of caught it casually. Shipped it over to Rosario.
Frazier over at third base. Yeah, the side is retired. So a 10-pitch at bat in the first to the first hitter. NBA free agency kicks off Sunday at 6, and we'll be live right here talking about it. Join host Amy Fadul along with Mark Zumoff and our array of insiders for the Sixers Talk Live Free Agency Special. Presented by Fulton Bank. Sunday night at 5 right here on NBC Sports Philadelphia and on the My Teams app. Top of the 5th inning, and Aaron Nola, with 7 strikeouts, goes to work against Ramos, Ahmed Rosario, and Lagares. First base, scooped up by Rhys Hoskins on 1 pitch. 1 away.
I like the fact that he went and charged that. Go get on the short hop. You stay back on that ball, you don't know if it's going to stay low and hug the ground or kick up high over your first baseman's mitt. So he went and forced the issue and got it on the short hop. Ball's hit right at him, but see him step up here. Kind of smother it.
Got a first pitch low to Rosario. It's 1-0. Fly ball, right center field. Kingery racing back to the track, reaches out, makes the catch. 2 outs.
This is pretty much the first well-struck ball since the first batter of the game for the Phillies, and Scott Kingery. Little bullet to right. Other than that, not a whole lot of hard contact in this ball game.
Lagares struck out his first time up. At the knees, 0-1. Left side, Franco charges it aggressively again. And an easy inning for Nola. 5-3 on the putout. He's retired the last 7. Just 6 pitches for Nola. He is through 6. We're on to the bottom, or through 5. We're on to the 4-game set. It wraps up with a Throwback Thursday on the 18th of July at 12:35. And in Nemours, kids run the bases after the game. You can get your tickets by going to Phillies.com. Andrew Knapp will lead it off against Zach Wheeler, who was out of the on-deck circle. So is just now finishing up his warm-up tosses.
A few zeros and a few ones on the scoreboard thus far.
The Phillies' only hit was the leadoff single by Scott Kingery. That's been the only hit of the day for either team. And Knapp, who walked his first time up, Wheeler's allowed that hit and has walked 2. There's been a bunch of fielders' choices, so there's been an exchange on the base paths. The only base runners for the Mets was the E5 by Michael and a hit by pitch in the 3rd. That's it. And Knapp a swing and a miss at the first one. It's 0-1. Oh, 2. Ryan Blakely, the home plate umpire.
He's been very good today.
Yeah, I don't think Andrew thought that was a strike. It was close. Nice grab.
That section of the Hall of Fame club, they definitely get the most foul balls from lefties.
It's a good spot. Great technique. Swing and a miss. 97. Four strikeouts for Wheeler. He has 4 strikeouts. Aaron Nola has 7. Oh, 2 to Nola. Aaron's down on 3 pitches, 5 strikeouts for Wheeler. And that'll bring Kingery up. Mentioned before, Kingery has 15 extra base hits during the month of June. That's tied for 3rd in the National League, 4th in Major League Baseball. It's been a really good month for him. His base hit in the first, though, ended in 0 for 8, which is odd because he didn't feel like he was in an 0 for 8.
Right.
He now has 9 hits this year against the Mets. And a high fly ball deep down the left field line. It is foul.
He was cheating to get to that one. His last at bat, Wheeler was just living inside. Checking his bat to see if there's any cracks in it.
Way outside. Breaking ball, and it's 3-2. Good at bat for Scott. Segura's on deck. Best opportunity the Phillies had was, well, they had first and second with nobody out in the 3rd, but Wheeler bared down. Another one fouled away. That's the second foul ball down the left field line of this at bat for Kingery.
Had some hang time. Can't let a Mets fan get it.
Well, he had that whole area. Very happy with himself. Popped up again and out of play. Groups of 25 or more receive discounted tickets to most games and have their group's name in lights before and during the game. Fundraising opportunities are available for groups of 25 or more. It's the perfect way for a group to have fun while raising funds. Go to Phillies.com facebook.com/group tickets for more information.
Keep working. Had some really good at-bats today by the Phillies and some poor ones.
Yeah, some quick ones. But you have 2 10-pitch at-bats by Knapp and Hoskins.
And this one here to Kingery is joy to watch.
Out to shortstop. Rosario has it. And just in time to get Kingery, and the side is retired. Well, one hit between the two teams. Retired after a sensational career with the Phils. Chase finished among the franchise's all-time leaders in games, WAR, runs, hits, doubles, home runs, and RBIs. Utley always had his head in the game, no matter how big the stage, resulting in a World Series championship. And there will never be any doubt.
Chase Utley, you are the man.
And it's brought to you by Independence Blue Cross. Live fearless. Speaking of the man, Ben, there is Jim Brown with the faded red Hawks hat on. The great Jim Brown from St. Joseph's University, the Senior Associate Athletic Director, who is retiring as of tomorrow. 22 years up at Hawk Hill.
Wow.
Jim is also a member of the Pennsylvania American Legion Hall of Fame, and he's spending the day here at the ballpark with his family. Jim has been a very good friend to me and others in the sports world here in Philadelphia. So St. Joseph's, Don DeJulia retired over the last couple of years. Now Jim Brown is retiring. Hawk Hill won't be the same, but man, what a great guy. Just a special person and a huge Phillies fan. Bouncer back toward the middle, under the glove of Cesar, and that's going to be the first hit of the day for the New York Mets. And it comes off the bat of Zach Wheeler, who is the leader among pitchers in baseball in hits this year, now with 11.
He came in today hitting .303 with a homer and 4 RBIs. So bouncers, the longer this game goes on, the faster this infield's going to get. Getting more and more dried out. The sun beating down on it.
All right, so now each team with a hit. And Jeff McNeil is 0 for 1, hit by a pitch his last time up, will be the batter. It's 0-1. Foul, and it's 0-2. Nola's previous career high of no-hit innings was 6 2/3 against Toronto last May.
I love this view.
Problem is, if Matt sits down there long enough, he's going to fall asleep. These chairs look comfy. Hi, Matt. And a call, strike 3. Second time today, McNeil's down on strikes. He's not happy about it, but that was a good pitch.
Great pitch.
8 strikeouts for Nola.
He was up and away with a heater the pitch before. You look at PitchCast, brought to you by P.J. Willahans. He gets some run right on the line.
And Pete Alonso, who has struck out and flied out.
On the line again.
Changeup. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Gabe's probably thinking like everybody else, this man needs some runs. Three balls, 1 strike.
Kind of have to challenge him here. Your best fastball down and away. Just with Conforto on deck, I know you can't always look ahead to the next hitter. It's the last thing you want to do as a starting pitcher, but Conforto has hurt the Phillies the last couple of years, and I think you're at that point of the ball game. You got to challenge Alonso here.
Out towards second base. Cesar flips to second for 1, over to first. Not in time. Ball just wasn't hit hard enough. So 4-6 on the put out at second base. And it brings Conforto up. Let's check in with Murph.
All right, thanks, Tom. T-Mobile connects to the game, and we're looking at the All-Star voting. About an hour to go for online All-Star voting for Major League Baseball. Take a look at the National League right now. As it stands at 2:30 this afternoon, you see Freddie Freeman leading at first base. He's got a very narrow lead over Josh Bell of the Pirates. You see Arenado at third base. The shortstop is Baez. Outfield looks like it's going to be Yelich, Bellinger, and Acuna Jr. The American League, well, Carlos Santana, former Philly, leading the league, leading the voting at first base, and we'll get you the rest of those in just 1 second.
Conforto is up. He's 0 for 2. He has struck out and grounded out.
Take a look at the American League, guys. There you see Santana. Gary Sanchez behind the plate. Looks like he'll lock down the catcher spot. An outfield of Trout, Springer, and Brantley, 2 Astros, and an Angel in the outfield as well. How about the designated hitter? Hunter Pence leading the voting for the American League as well.
I know they've been hawking Hunter. He's had such a good year. Trying to get he and Joey Gallo on. Hunter Pence in 55 games, hitting .294 with 15 home runs and 48 runs batted in. Outside.
Should be quite a show, though, at All-Star Game. The names, they really are just some of the talent in the big leagues these days. I mean, across the board. And it's not just a handful of guys. I mean, some guys are major superstars.
2 balls and 1 strike.
I would say there's more household names in the game of baseball now than in years past.
Really?
I would say so.
that's good for the game.
Great for the game.
Get outside with a changeup now, 3-1. Runners on first and second. That walk is the first one for Nola. He's hit a batter. It was probably in his mind what you talked about, the damage that Conforto's done. Not that Todd Frazier cannot do damage, but you've got righty on righty now.
He's handled Frazier pretty good, and Conforto does have him, like you said earlier in his book, but in just 167 against Nola coming into today's game.
It was obvious he was being careful with it, though.
Without a doubt.
Frazier fouls it back.
Missed the spot there, but got away with it.
Frazier realizes that too. Alonso at second base, Conforto at first. With 2 outs here at the top of the 6th, the only hit of the day given up by Nola was by the opposing pitcher, Zach Wheeler. He was erased on a fielder's choice. And a line drive, one hopper, snagged by Gene Segura. Over to first in time, and a slam of the helmet by Frazier. He hit it right on the nose, but he hit it right at Segura, who was able to keep his eyes on the ball and make the play. No runs, 1 hit, and 2 men left. This is a nice play. This was a tough play. And Segura throws out the today. Nola did not allow a hit until the 6th inning.
Yeah, he's been on his game, and so is Wheeler. Using that fastball in on righties. Able to throw that slider down in the way. A couple splitters. They've both been above average today. Able to elevate when they've needed to. See if the fight fills. Get a run or 2.
Nola with 7 ground ball outs, 8 strikeouts this afternoon. Here's Segura, who's 0 for 2. Fielder's choice and a pop out to third. Gets that one off his leg, and it's 1-1. Atlanta leads the Cubs 4-1. Freddie Freeman, a 2-run home run, 22nd of the year. So much for the Cubs cooling the Braves off. It's not happening. To second base, McNeil. Throws Segura out, 1 out here in the 6th. And Bryce Harper's coming up.
I can't believe this is the last home game before the All-Star break. I really can't. Season's been flying by.
I feel like we've been on the road a lot. I know we haven't. I mean, it's basically right down the middle. Yeah, this is a 3-city road trip for the Phillies. Miami, Atlanta, and then New York to wrap up the first half, although this is the 81st game of the season. Outside, it's 1-0.
Did you pack last night or this morning?
I packed on actually Monday.
Really?
Yeah. Finished up today, though. Said a couple of things.
We'll let the fans watching at home. Tom is a very early riser.
Well, compared to
how you do it.
Compared to you, I rise the day before.
The expression "sleep when you're dead" does not apply to me.
3 balls and no strikes.
Although I think if I were as handy as you, I might get up a little bit earlier.
Well, that's open for debate. Both that I'm handy and that you'd still get up early. Swinging 3-0, and he foul tips it. 3-1. To left center field. That ball is well hit. It is gone! Bryce Harper has given the Phils a 1-0 lead. Here in the 6th inning, it's his 14th home run of the year.
Are you going to challenge me? I'm up to the challenge. 3-1 count. Wheeler throws it by him on the 3-0 pitch. Comes back. This ball ends up on Ashburn Alley. Yes, indeed. Second home run of the homestand. Ball's annihilated. Absolutely annihilated. You know, it's one thing to swing that hard, but to not have your bat slow down while doing it, that's another thing. He can swing hard and still keep up that bat speed.
Estimated distance 438 has been set onto Ashburn Alley on the foot of it. Pitch low to Hoskins. It's 1-0. That was a rocket.
Yes, indeed.
Foul ball, third base line. Right, though, he was up to the challenge of that 3-1 fastball.
And it didn't look like he did anything different, like he didn't get started any sooner. He was very direct to that ball, though.
And pretty clean swing.
Yeah. Good balance, wasn't falling over when he got done.
Only the second hit for the Phillies, the first one since Kingree's single in the first. 2-2 to Hoskins.
Watch the balance when he gets done. Just perfect.
On the outside corner, and Reese is down looking. 6 strikeouts for Wheeler, who's over 100 pitches now. And Brooks Pounders is up and throwing in the bullpen. Jay Bruce is 0 for 2.
saw a stat last night that Trevor Bauer ended up throwing, I think, 126 pitches or something, like close to 130 pitches. And he actually leads all of baseball with averaging 113 pitches per inning. Scherzer was up there. DeGrom was up there.
Well, he has attacked this generation with a very different theory than a lot of others. There's a lot of analytics in it, but it's also a very different theory on how to loosen up, warm up, get ready, and sustain it. Swing and a miss at a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. 7 strikeouts for Wheeler. The Phillies strike first, though. It took until the 6th inning. And Bryce Harper launched his 14th home run of the year. Crushed it to center field. 438 feet. On to Ashburn Alley. 1-0 Phillies as we go to the 7th. Time now for your Delaware Valley Honda dealers game summary. Well, the only run today is a home run by Bryce Harper that just happened in the 6th inning. Aaron Nola's allowed 1 hit. That was to Zach Wheeler, the opposing pitcher. That came also in the 6th inning. He begins the 7th with 89 pitches, 8 strikeouts for Nola. And he'll face Dominic Smith to start things off. And a changeup to Smith. 1 ball, no strikes. One and one. It's nice when you have that jolt from somebody in a scoreless game.
Nice to see Aaron Nola get a run.
Yes.
Been pitching his tail off today.
That is last outing, too. He only allowed the 1 earned run. Inside and low, 2-1. Throwing a 1 changeup after another. That was a 2-seamer, but it was only 3 miles an hour harder than the changeup.
A good run to it, though.
Now, Gabe has said that while the bullpen continues to get healthier, he's going to lean on guys like Nola to go a little deeper than what would normally happen. 2-2 pitch. Curveball hit foul. I would think today the Phillies will be without Adam Morgan, but they'll have Jose Alvarez as a lefty.
Adam only threw to 1 hitter last night.
There's the pen. Figure Neris will be good to go today. Swing and a miss. 79-mile-an-hour curveball. 9 strikeouts for Nola. And 1 out here in the 7th.
That's how he got him his last at bat with that back foot breaking ball. You speed him up inside, then you drop that one. You don't read spin, you swing right over the top of it.
And Wilson Ramos is 0 for 2. He has struck out and grounded out. That was a good spot. Ground ball to shortstop. Segura kicks it around, still has time though, and throws out Ramos.
Don't panic. Don't panic. I think a little panic set in there.
Yeah, he's a little further. He just rolled the ball to Franco.
I told you how this field starts to firm up.
I think he just took his eye off it.
Yeah, good thing for him. He's got that cannon attached to his shoulder.
This is his play last inning. Arm strength was 79.3. It was more the hand-eye coordination to grab that on one hop. 2 outs here in the 7th, and Rosario.
You get the arm strength of Frazier throwing his helmet down. Is that how they teach it in Great Garden State?
Well, they teach you to play hard. You ever threw your helmet?
Never.
I find that hard to believe.
Being a fellow Irishman, Tom, you know we don't have tempers.
0-2. Let's get Glenn on the horn. See if Bill and Cheryl around. Who's that guy? Who was that guy that was here yesterday?
Mr. David?
Let's call him and see what he says. And the 0-2 pitch to Rosario. Curveball swung on and missed. 10 strikeouts for Nola. Back-to-back games with 10 strikeouts. He now has 11 double-digit strikeout games in his career. Pretty impressive day today for Aaron Nola. He leads at 1-0 as we stretch. By the way, if you can't get to the TV, keep up with all the Phillies action on and off the field with the My Teams app. Stories, stats, and streaming all in one place, so you never have to miss your Phils. Corey Seidman wrote yesterday that you can get it today is about Tommy Hunter and what his return could mean for the Phillies, and hopefully that's happening soon.
Wonder what bat Michael was using in the studio there. He's my Louisville Slugger or my Marucci bat. I have 2 over there.
Maybe you had both of them. Here's Brooks Pounders to lead off the bullpen for the Mets. Bullpen that has an ERA of 7.54 in the month of June. Ocasio and Alvarez. It's low, 2-0. Out of play. Cesar will take first. Hit by a pitch.
I get him in the tail or the hip.
Well, in that general vicinity.
I was hoping it was his backside. The one off the hip just hurts forever. Ooh, right in the lat. His right lat.
Well, now it's Franco who's popped out twice.
If you're Mike Kell right here, you're thinking inside the baseball, inside the baseball. You do not want to get out and around a ball right here and hit a double play. Do whatever you can and just think back up the box, think right center, keep the bat on that plane.
And a line drive base hit to left field. Phillies have first and second with nobody out. Yeah, they're That brings Andrew Knapp up.
Definitely had that mindset. Perfect bat plane right there from Mikey.
And here comes Phil Regan out to the mound.
That's the plane of his bat. Stays through it. High finish. Pretty swing.
Speaking of a good swing, here's Bryce Harper's home run. A different look at it, presented by your local Audi dealers.
How far that ball goes.
I love the extra bounce that we had.
438 feet. And that sound never gets old.
Well, particularly when it's yours.
Yeah.
All right, so Andrew Knapp. Brad Miller's out of the on-deck circle. Is there a thought at all here to have Andrew try to get the runners up into scoring position or no?
I don't know how you do not bunt here. I know Gabe doesn't like to.
Pitch outside, 1-0.
But you have a guy that runs well on second base. Gabe Kapler's just thinking, is there a chance if Knapp swings, is there a good chance that he puts the ball on the ground?
And he bunts it toward third. Beautiful bunt. Beautiful bunt by Andrew Knapp. And the sacrifice successful. He almost beat it out, too.
Yes, sir. Beautiful.
5-4 on the putout.
And he gets it down to third base side. Make the third baseman take this. Deadens it perfectly. See, if you bunt that to the first base side, Alonso can attack and Frazier has time to retreat. If you bunt it too hard, they might have a play at third. Bunt it to third, there's no chance there can be a play at third. Well done, Andrew Knapp.
And now Brad Miller with runners on second and third. Infield is in for the Mets. So Aaron Nola's afternoon is done. 7 innings, 10 strikeouts, 1 hit for Aaron, and no runs. A walk, 1 hit batter. In there, 1-1.
Job well done. Another ball in the Hall of Fame club. Got a battle here. Still think up the middle.
Outside. Out to second base. McNeil has it. The runners cannot advance. Yeah, there are 2 outs. And back to the top of the order now for Kingery, who's 1 for 3.
See, I like that move right there, not running on contact. You know, you run on contact, you're going to be a dead duck at home plate. You just are. Nice to have 2 runners in scoring position. I know there's 2 outs. But just if Cesar were to run there and get caught and run down, it's still no guarantee you're going to still end up with second and third. You have arguably your hottest hitter at the plate right now in Scott Kingery.
Phillies third in the National League in hitting with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. And it's 0-2. Swing and a miss. Kingery strikes out. Pounders is able to battle back. Top of the 8th inning, the Phillies leading 1-0 on a Bryce Harper home run. Aaron Nola, 7 innings, 10 strikeouts, 1 hit allowed. Our Hyundai defensive play of the game, Ben. Well, this is with Todd Frazier up.
Yeah, 1 hop smash off Todd Frazier's bat. Gene Segura gets to it, very soft hands. Knows he's got a cannon. Gets it on over to Hoskins. Todd Frazier not very happy about that. Gene Segura, great play. That's your Hyundai defensive play of the game, brought to you by your local Hyundai dealers.
All right, so as Segura settles in at shortstop, Juan Nicasio comes in to pitch for the Phillies. And he will face Robinson Cano as a pinch hitter. Cano will pitch it for Lagares. J.D. Davis out on deck. Jason Hayward has a 2-run single. That's cut the Cubs deficit to 3 against the Braves. And now the 2-2 pitch to Cano. Swing and a miss. Got him with a high slider. And 1 away here in the 8th inning. J.D. Davis coming up. Let's check in with Greg Murphy.
All right, thanks, Tom. Time for the Major League Notebook, brought to you by the University of Maryland, University College. And while the Mets finish up their series here in Philadelphia, they're making some news back in New York. Made an announcement today. They are renaming 126th Street outside of Citi Field Seaver Way. The new address for Citi Field, 41 Seaver Way, of course, in honor of the great Tom Seaver. They're also planning to put a statue outside of Citi Field as well to honor him. Of course, many accomplishments in a Mets uniform, including the '69 World Series, and he was the Cy Young Award winner that year. So a terrific honor for Tom Terrific up there in New York. And we're also getting other news out of New York. Giancarlo Stanton, the news continues to come out. How about this? The injured knee that has sent him to the injured list now, guys, they expect he'll be out until at least August at this point. He's played only 6 games so far for the New York Yankees, and they do not expect him back until August at the earliest now. So kind of a lost season for Giancarlo Stanton.
Really? Wow. They didn't have Judge to start the year, but they were able to get through both of those guys being out.
My goodness. Hey, Murph, that street that they're renaming, is that the one we walk out to wait for the Uber?
I believe it is.
Is it?
I think that's exactly what it is.
Okay.
That 120. There's 125 right there, and 126. Obviously, that's pretty obvious. But yes, right there where we stand to wait for our vehicle.
I was just trying to get an idea of where that would be.
Yeah, they're honoring the 69 team this weekend at Citi Field. Tom Seaver is sick, has dementia, so he will not be there. Nolan Ryan's not scheduled to be there either, but a lot of the others from the 69 team will be there. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Davis, and that one's out to center field. Kingery there.
Ball hit right on the screws, but they say that's the hardest ball right at you as an outfielder. Scott played it perfectly.
So now 2 outs, and here is McNeil. It looks like Gabe Kapler's going to stay with Nicasio.
McNeil missed a 2-run homer off Nicasio the other night by about a foot, maybe less.
Not a lot of difference as far as numbers go for Nicasio against lefties and righties. Lefties hitting .277 against him. Righties hitting .280 coming into today. More chances against right-handers than lefties. At a play 1-1. Out towards short and caught by Segura. What an inning for Nicasio. 1, 2, 3 go the Mets here in the 8th inning. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Nissan. Shop ChooseNissan.com and by Jefferson Health. Call 800-JEF now or visit jeffersonhealth.org. 1-0 Phillies as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning on a home run by Bryce Harper. Make plans to bring the whole family to 2 of the most magical nights of the year. Xfinity fireworks shows Friday, July 12th and Saturday the 13th against the Nationals. Go to Phillies.com to order your tickets. You going to come out for the fireworks shows then? Or are you in the studio then?
July 12th, 13th, I am in the studio.
Okay.
The 13th, though, is a Fox game.
So are you still in the studio?
No.
No. So you can come out to the fireworks show.
I can.
Chris Flexen is the new pitcher. And Segura leads it off. Center field, Conforto moves from right field to center. McNeil moves from second to right. And Adeiny Echeverria is in at second base. Segura hits one high in the air, fouled on the left field line, out of play. Oh, 0-2.
Love to see another run or 2 put on the board.
Outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes to Segura. popped up. Second base. Echeverria shading his eyes from the sun. And he'll make the catch for the first down. Time now for a Giant home run replay. It's the only run of the day.
3-1 center cut fastball. Wheeler knew it. Harper knew it. Ball lands 438 feet later. That's where we stand right now.
Think the people on Ashburn Alley knew it?
They came rocking it up towards them.
Harper's home run is 14th. He has 55 runs batted in. So this is midway point of the year. 14 homers, 55 runs batted in, 23 doubles. Plus a batting average with runners in scoring position that's been hovering above 390.
That's huge for me.
Yeah, I think all of those numbers are huge. The doubles, the homers, the RBI total. You know, if he has a good spurt, he's on pace for 90 runs. He's on pace for over 100 walks. Up high, and it's 2-1. Two and two.
He didn't like it.
He's got a Drew Butera leftover bat.
Makes sense.
Out to shallow center again. It's Rosario. A couple steps on the grass. 2 outs.
Phil's got away with one there.
One ball and no strikes to Hoskins. Outside, 2-0. Hector Neris playing basketball in the bullpen. Walked in with Hector today. Outside.
Let me guess, he had a smile on his face.
He sure did. Told him I love this when he told Franco the other day. He just started laughing. Three and one.
It's amazing the conversation I had with him the other day about trucks. And he needs to get a truck to tow around his horses in the Dominican. And it's got to be a diesel because diesel trucks are, the fuel is a lot cheaper than gasoline.
Did you offer to give him yours?
No.
Second walk of the day for Reese. And here comes Jay Bruce. Well, it was funny. We were talking about Jay Bruce's double last night. And he said, I said, man, he has been a huge pickup for us, huh? And he said, you know, when he was on the other team, and he said, and I told him this, he said, I didn't really like him. I said, well, that's normally the case, right? He goes, yeah, I like him now.
Did he say anything in particular why he didn't like him?
No, it basically just said the perception of him being on the team and doing some damage.
I don't know if there's certain thing he did.
No.
Mannerism, something like that.
He said the same thing about Bryce, but I think everybody felt that way about Bryce because he was on the Nationals. Hector likes him now. We all do. Good fall back by Reese.
How do you get back there?
Foul back to the sweet level. It's 0-2. Jay came into this ball game with a .294 batting average with the Phillies. 7 home runs, 20 runs batted in 19 games. His overall season numbers are good too, power-wise.
That is one thing that he has done while he's been here. He has chased that high fastball, flexing, trying to go up top. That one's just way out of the zone.
Swing and a miss. Ball pops out of the glove of Ramos. He applies the tag. Records a pitch of 95 miles per hour or more. Comcast will make a contribution to Phillies charities. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Xfinity, the fastest internet in Philadelphia. Hector's in his 34th game. He has 16 saves and 17 opportunities. Some changes for the Phillies. Roman Quinn is on to play center field. And moving from center field to left field is Scott Kingery. He's taking a look at the scouting report card that all the outfielders have in their back pocket. And Pete Alonso will lead it off after Nicasio pitched the scoreless 8th inning. It's Alonso, Conforto, and Frazier.
His third at bat against Hector in this series.
Yes. Pitch low, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. Alonso struck out against Hector last night, popped out against him the night before. He was working him in, and then was able to get the split. Inside 2-0.
Kind of a half-hearted, tentative 2-0 swing, wasn't it?
I don't know if he was expecting a fastball at that point. I know you should look fastball at all times.
It was in the spot where he likes, out over the plate.
Just a bit inside. And now it's 3-1. Hector has worked the last 3 days. He has gone 2 1/3 over the last 2 games. I say 3 days, I mean today being the 3rd. Three balls, 1 strike to Alonso. Doesn't matter whether he went or not. It's called a strike, and it's 3-2. The waving of the bamboo has begun, Ben. 3-2 pitch. Over to third base. Waiting for it is Franco. And 1 out. And with one away, Conforto is coming up. Let's check in with Murph.
All right, thanks, Tom. Well, when this one's all said and done, it is off to Miami for the Phils to finish out, the first half of the season. I'll take them all the way to the All-Star break, the next road trip. Vince Velasquez and Eliezer Hernandez will pitch on Friday night, the first game of that series. At 4 o'clock on Saturday, it'll be Eflin and Yamamoto in that one. And then on Sunday at 1 o'clock, Jake Arrieta and Trevor Richards in that 3-game series. That's a payback for the Phils against the Fish. Let's hope. But this one's not over yet, guys.
That's right. Tomorrow we're on NBC 10 at 7 o'clock. And then NBC Sports Philadelphia on Saturday afternoon and Sunday.
I know a lot of the Phillies hitters were very impressed with Hernandez, Eliezer Hernandez, in his last outing here.
Well, him and Alcantara.
Yep.
Over to first. It's a base hit for Conforto. Harper trying to get to it quickly. Conforto on his way to second. Puts the brakes on. A one-out single. And now Frazier's coming up.
Bryce able to get a lot on this with the pivot that he makes, keeping Conforto to a single. Ball blistered. See Bryce just getting over to it, making that pivot and firing a strike to second base. I thought for sure Conforto was going to try and get to second here.
Now Frazier, who is 0 for 3, he's grounded out twice. He's flied out to center. Conforto, by the way, is now 4 for 11 against 4 for 12 against Hector. Over toward third, a foul ball. Hard to believe that Todd Frazier has just one plate appearance against Hector. And it was a walk.
Can't believe Hector hasn't rolled a double play yet this year.
1 ball and 1 strike.
Make sure he stops out there. Tried to quick pitch Frazier. He's had a lot of these splitters fading into the righties. Like he's getting on the side of it and pushing it.
Instead of on top.
Right.
Fastball that's inside, now 2-1. Inside again, now 3-1. Well, you're right. I mean, and even the fastballs now are.
Yeah, like it's almost like he's peeling off to the left side and his arm is dragging behind him. That's why he's getting that excessive run into righties on both the fastball and the splitter.
Well, 3-1 to Frazier. The splits for Hector in this inning: 6 balls, 6 strikes. As the runner leads off first. Swing and a miss. Frazier lost his bat for the second time in this series.
He's pretty consistent with his distance and his area of toss.
Yeah.
coming. Gary DeSarcina getting out of the way. I would use that Manny Moda stick, but most of the time when it was colder, I always used the rag, the pine tar with the rosin on hotter days. When it was hot and humid, it seemed like that Manny Moda stick would just get gooey and actually almost slippery.
So you'd use it in cold weather, but the regular one in hot weather.
Correct.
3-2 with a runner at first. He does not go. Pitch is hit in the air to left field. Going back on it is Kingery, and the Mets have taken the lead here in the top of the 9th inning on a 2-run home run by Todd Frazier, his 10th of the year.
They challenged him with that fastball.
That ends at 0 for 14 for Frazier.
There it is again, running back in to the barrel of a righty.
Boy, he did not miss it.
No, that got out in a hurry.
So Dominic Smith is now the hitter. He is 0 for 3.
The troubling part about that is now the Phillies are going to have to face Edwin Diaz.
Right. Little tapper foul. It toward third, foul over the dugout. One ball, 2 strikes. It's only the second blown save of the year for Hector. And it's upstairs, 2-2. Frazier's 4 home runs now in his last 8 games. We said that ended in 0 for 14 for him. And a line drive base hit for Dominic Smith. J.D. Hammer's warming up with the pen. Gabe may come out and just bring Hammer in just to make sure that Hector does not get too deep with his pitch count. He's at 19.
Yeah, this splitter just doesn't do anything here to Smith. Really just acted like a hanging changeup.
Ramos is 0 for 3. He is struck out, grounded out, popped out.
Smith has attempted a couple stolen bases in this series. He was successful once and got picked off the other time.
There he goes. Kind of spun his wheels, but Ramos hits it right toward the vacant hole on the right side. Smith to third, and he's there. He loves to hit the ball the other way. So he became a perfect sort of run and hit candidate there. And now it's first and third. And Gabe Kapler is coming out. And that'll be it for Hector. Hector's been so good this year. And today, just not his day. So a few moments ago.
3-2 fastball here to Frazier. Doesn't miss it. Think how quickly that ball got out of here. Scored Conforto and himself. It's your WB Mason delivery of the game.
All right, so now it's J.D. Hammer who's going to try to keep this at a one-run game. Phillies infield plays in, not all the way in. And a broken back ground ball off the first base line. It's going to get a run home. An out is recorded.
Wow.
Where did the head of the bat go?
Right next to the dugout.
3-1 Mets. Not much you can do about that if you're JD.
No. It's a large sliver of wood.
And now Echeverria.
That's where this thing ends up. Right in front of the Mets dugout.
Ball to Echeverria, and it's 0-1.
Slider's a lot better. Dave Lundquist told me today that, like you were saying, he was working with Garcia. Working with J.D. Hammer, he said, you know, they kind of forget the grip that they originally had. Because they start messing around with different grips. It's kind of like you just have to, every 10 days, just go over the grips again. I said, kind of like rotating your tires. He said exactly like that.
That's interesting that you'd have to keep reminding them of the grip.
Well, he said that, you know, you get some guys that, hey, how do you throw your slider? And you look at me, this is how I throw it, and they throw it flat ground, and they think it's good. And then they get on the mound and it doesn't have the same result. He said, so they just have to get back to what was their original grip, the grip that got them to the big leagues.
0-2 to Echeverria. Out to center field, and Roman Quinn will get to a spot, makes the catch. And the inning is over, but the damage is done. The Mets scored 3 runs in the 9th inning, 2 on the home run by Todd Frazier. We're on to the bottom of the 9th. It's the Mets 3 and the Phillies 1. Edwin Diaz is going to take over out on the mound. Todd Frazier's 2-run home run has given the Mets the lead. They added 1 more. Other changes for the Mets in this inning. Jeff McNeil is in left field. In center field is Carlos Gomez. And around in right field is Conforto. Dominic Smith moves from left field to first base for the Mets. And the new pitcher is Edwin Diaz. He's a very difficult guy to get some runs against, let alone 2, but that's the task at hand.
I saw him come in last night's ball game and throwing fireballs. One pitch at a time here.
So Cesar will lead it off. Cesar has been hit by a pitch, has fielder's choice, and popped out. And a pitch low, 1 ball, no strikes. He has 109 saves with the Mariners. He left before he could pass Sasaki. He had 57 last year. 2-1.
I caught Sasaki in Seattle. He gave me a glove. It's an SSK glove. It's one of the nicest gloves, a fielder's glove. Kind of he used to pitch with. One of the nicest gloves I have.
Really?
It's beautiful.
SSK is a Japanese company?
Mm-hmm.
2-2. It remains 2-2.
Easy pitch to swing through if you're Cesar. That pitch at 97, just below the letters, is able just to get a piece.
Outside, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Trying to get a base runner to bring the tying run to the plate. Phillies won last night in walk-off fashion in the bottom of the 10th inning. In a tie game, Jay Bruce's double won it for the Phils. And ball 4, base runner. Here comes Michael Franco. Franco will be followed by Roman Quinn. Realmuto is out of the on-deck circle. Oops, I correct myself. It's Franco's 7th. Knapp is 8th. So that's where Realmuto is out to pinch hit for Knapp. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-1.
That was looking fastball and getting slider. I can't fault Michael for that.
Fouled it back. In the air to left center field. Going back on it is McNeil. It is gone! 2-run home run! No, they're going to say it's in the ballpark. Now they're saying it is a home run. Eric Cooper said safe first, and then he circled a finger up in the air. We're tied up at 3.
Wow! 0-2 pitch. No matter.
They're going to look at this. I mean, we thought it was out. I thought it hit the back rail. Eric Cooper said safe, meaning it's in the ballpark, and then he signaled home run. Yeah, that's gone.
Homer.
Whew.
Well, we talk about having their work cut out for him. He challenges some gas up top. Mikey likes it.
12 home runs now for Franco.
Well, Mike Hill has been given a chance to play in this series, and he has risen to the occasion.
Joe West to the left will confirm it because it is indeed a home run. And there we go. Joe didn't even wait for the headset to come off.
How about it?
I have to admit that, you know, you talk about the mechanics of calling a home run sometimes when it's close. You're looking at the third base umpire or the first base umpire in a lot of ways. If there's no signal, you watch, you just rely on your eyes. I mean, we thought it was gone from up here. And then when Eric Cooper delayed and went slowly with the safe sign and then hesitated a few more moments and then swung the finger up top, you knew we were going to review it, but had a feeling that it was going to stay a home run. So now Realmuto to pinch hit. In a 3-3 game. First pitch is in there, 0-1.
Diaz, one of the best in the business, if not the best. Getting 2 off him, that's something else.
Tapper foul, and it's 0-2. Real Muto is 0 for 1 with a strikeout against Diaz. Outside. Jay McLaughlin just went overhead and said that what was originally called a double switch with Roman Quinn coming in is not a double switch. So Sean Rodriguez is out of the on-deck circle to pinch hit for the pitcher spot. Little Tapper foul, and it remains 1-2.
That was just straight up defensive replacement.
Straight up defensive replacement. Which means the pitcher spot is Jay Bruce's spot in the order.
I give some credit to Cesar Hernandez as well. What a great at bat to lead off that inning. Work out that walk. They threw the 3-2 slider to walk him.
Outside, 2-2. Alvarez back up and throwing in the Phillies pen.
Good swing. See JT shaking his head.
Swing and a miss. Got him with a slider. 1 out here in the 9th inning. And here comes Rodriguez. Rodriguez 0 for his last 12, 0 for 8 this year as a pinch hitter. And he takes it to knees. It's 0-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Again, this is the pitcher's spot in the lineup. Roman Quinn stays in the game. There was no double switch. Two and two. Third foul. Frazier is guarding the line.
Pretty good one to hit there.
Maikel Franco, a little hop in his step after the home run. Number 12 for Franco. 395 feet was the estimated distance.
How was he able to get on top of that? That's some bat speed.
Three pitches now for Diaz. 82.
He's seen him pretty good.
This is the Mets bullpen, whose earned run average in the month of June is 7.54. Gets a little worse with this today. Rodriguez has never faced Diaz until now. Outside, ball 4.
Great at bat.
And now Kingery. Phil Regan is heading back out to the mound. The 82-year-old pitching coach for the Mets. Wilmer Font is up and throwing in the pen for the Mets. Wilmer Font was in the other night.
What do you think? I think it was cool what he said to you. He thought about wearing number 82 because that's his age. What do you think sounds older? Saying he's 82 or he was born in 37?
I still think 82. Last time the Phillies won on back-to-back walkouts was July 29, 2017. Ty Kelly, little bloop to left center field, and then Freddie Galvis into right field. Scored Andrew Knapp. Kingery takes the first one on the inner half, and it's 0-1.
Ball in the gap would be tough to score him. Outfielder's very deep.
Yeah, McNeil is only 3 steps in front of the warning track and left. Tough pitch. Runner goes. Pitch is pulled toward third. Off the glove of Frazier into left field. Rodriguez slid and then didn't realize where the ball was. And it's first and second with 1 out. That's a base hit for Scott Kingery.
Better be safe than sorry.
Did Echeverria deke him at second base?
He went in. It better be safe than sorry. You're already in scoring position. But it sure would be nice to have him at third base right now. And I think Scotty would have made it to second base.
Yeah, if the throw had gone to third, Scott may have gone to second base.
This ball is blistered. Ball bouncing up off of Frazier. Takes him a little bit.
And Segura takes a strike, 0-1. 28 pitches now for Diaz, who has only worked 3 games now in the last 10 days. He was pretty short last night as far as his outing goes. 0-2. Upstairs, 1-2. Segura today is 0 for 4. He's been hot though, 6 for 15 coming in. Foul back.
That was a healthy cut. He didn't get cheated.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Out to left field. McNeil going back. It is gone! 3-run walk-off home run for the Phils. Back-to-back nights, they win it in their final at-bat. They win it 6-3, and look at this celebration.
Speechless. Absolutely speechless, T-Mac. That is a fired-up bunch right there. Against Edwin Diaz. 3-run walk-off homer.
First career walk-off home run for Segura. He's our Chevrolet player of the game. The Phillies have won 4 consecutive ball games. They have swept out the Mets. They come from behind against one of the best closers in the game this afternoon. They score 5 runs in the 9th inning.
Goes back to that fastball again. Segura, pretty much in the same spot. He just went after the pitch before. Rodriguez, tip my cap to you. What an awesome at-bat you had. Then Scott Kingery with a bullet. And Gene Segura with about as sure as a swing as you're going to see. Back-to-back walk-off, stay hot fighting Phils.
How about the celebration, the reaction by Segura? He was met by Franco, who tied this game up. And then, bam, the celebration at home plates. And Segura is down on the field with Greg Murphy.
All right, thanks, John. 3rd career walk-off for Gene Segura. And, well, here that comes, yeah. Oh, it's the day for that. How about one more? I think we've exhausted all the liquid in the dugout, so I think we're good. 3rd career walk-off. I asked Jay Bruce this question yesterday. I'll ask you, that feeling when you connect at that moment in the game never gets old, I guess.
I mean, never gets old, like you say. I mean, this guy he's a fastball guy, you know. He liked to challenge with a fastball. And, I mean, when I stepped on the play, I was looking for that fastball. Finally I get it. And give me the credit to Mikey, you know. Down by 2 runs in the 9th, facing guys like Diaz. It's not easy, man. This guy, it's good. It's good to be part of this stretch right now, especially for Mikey, you know. Last couple of days, he's been incredible. Get shows close on the board, get shows tied, all by 1 run. And today, he tied the game, and that's all about him.
Yeah, and I don't know if you felt that. I think you probably did, but at no point late in this game did it ever feel like this team thought, oh, well, we just gave up the lead. We're not going to win this one. There was fight to the very end, obviously.
I mean, absolutely. When you got you closer and you give it all the lead, our momentum, it's go down. I'm not going to lie, it's go down. But, like I said, Mikey gave us up. Mikey tied the game and gave us our energy level up. And, wow. That was amazing.
Sweep of the Mets. Now you got to carry it on the road. How do you guys keep this momentum going?
I mean, we had to keep the momentum going. We win 4 in a row. We've been swinging the ball well. We've been pitching well. Nola do a great job today. Throw 7 in the short inning. And for us, just keep grinding and keep having fun and keep bearing your level up.
Happy flight to Miami. Thank you very much, Gene. Appreciate it. Guys, back upstairs.
Well, Gene Segura just took his former teammate, Edwin Diaz, deep to win the ball game. A line drive home run, a 3-run shot, and the Phillies walk it off for a 2nd consecutive day. They win it today, 6-3. They scored 5 runs in the 9th inning. Boy, that bamboo certainly does seem to be working. And what a celebration for Gene Segura and the Phils. They've swept out the Mets.